What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and we are checking in from the Walt Disney World Resort again, more specifically Wilderness Lodge, and we're here for the grand opening of their Copper Creek villas and cabins. We're going to get a whole tour. Let's head inside and check it all out. The first property that we are going to tour is the Deluxe Studio, and it comes in 1 or 2 bedrooms, and they even have a 3-bedroom grand villa. We're going to check that out in just a second. But these Deluxe Studios, they can sleep up to 4 people. They have queen-size beds, and even a patio. Really kind of neat. There's all sorts of Disney touches in here, and even a couple hidden Mickeys. Throughout the villas and cabins, you'll see a reoccurring theme of the Pacific Northwest. We can see that here with some of the wood. The property also does include a convenient kitchenette, and it has a little seating area for when you actually cook up some food as well. The sofa that you see here in the living room is a sleeper sofa, so it pulls out and can sleep too.
Larger group that you could have the connecting studio. So now instead of accommodating the 4, now you're accommodating up to.
All right. So the real question is, does it pass the comfy test?
Yes. The 0 entry.
I think it does.
And the cabins are. Yes. So that was obviously the huge that we shared. So this is our 14th resort, and now we have our 15th in the works. Quick.
We do have full walk-in showers in here. Very nice. We do have a full stacker washer and dryer there. And another huge bathroom here. Another walk-in shower. And then check out this tub. Man, that's amazing looking. Again, huge bathroom there. And a very nice master bedroom here. Alright, so the time has come. Let's check out the Grand Villa. And this thing should be absolutely incredible. Neat little bear here on the outside. And we're in. And right off the bat, we can notice a lot of different elegant design just with the lighting. And wow, just look at this. Some decor up on the side here. Again, reminiscent of the Pacific Northwest and the mining. But just look at the amount of space. That copper tone, again, flows throughout the entire place here. TV is huge.
This one's really nice.
Cogs up on the wall look really, really nice. And then a huge dining table over here. You can seat a bunch of people. Kitchen area, pretty spacious. And this fridge, again, very, very nice. Modern, bright, and very cool. Freezers are down here. Little vegetable tray there. And then main freezer right there.
Yeah, there's storage everywhere. Same thing even in the coffee table, there's additional storage. And then you have the balcony outside. Yep. So, and then right there, that, next to the red refrigerator right there, that's a pull-out pantry. Yep.
Full walk-in closets with tons of space. And this is another one of the bathrooms here. Nice countertops all around. Very spacious. And another walk-in shower. Another one of the bedrooms here with twin beds.
And this closet. Another little touch up here.
One of our favorite features of these rooms is the TV set in the mirror. So while you're getting ready in the morning,
Some of the most stunning aspects of these entire properties are the bathrooms. Again, the showers are immaculate, very spacious, and just around the corner over here, again, another one of those very deep tubs. Just look at the attention to detail on the walls here, and a beautiful morning sunrise.
Look at that. That is incredible.
Master does have its own little patio here. Here in the master bath area.
Yep. These are actually called cascade cabins. Cascade cabins. So it's or it would be cascade cabins.
Alright, so you thought the villas were nice. Now check out the cabins.
Yeah, and there's one of those at each one. Even the woodwork, when you first walk in on your left-hand side, that's a little unique in each villa or each cabin. So there's minor touches that make things. Yes. Yep. You can see the water pattern from outside.
And here we go, right inside the door. And this is really kind of nice with the wood up on the wall. Very spacious, wide open. Colors look very nice in here. Not too overwhelming. Again, just tons and tons of space. A view out to the patio. And a huge bed right here with another equally as big TV. And then just off the side over here, we have a huge bathroom. Again, dual sinks, TV in the mirror, and then another deep tub over here with walk-in shower again. And then check out this living room, guys. Look at all that stonework. Very nice. All aboard right there on the table. Woodwork all throughout the building here. A fan that keeps everything nice and cool. And the kitchen is right off the side here. Again, spacious. Has, of course, microwave, stovetop. We do have a dishwasher, sink.
Slightly larger pull-out.
This thing is just gorgeous, though.
But please feel free, look at all the storage. There's no storage, there's no storage. Being in the park.
All right, so we've gotten a little bit of a look of the inside. Let's go outside and check out this patio. We have the spa right here. Private spa. Man, wouldn't that be nice on a winter evening? Just sit out here. And then check out the views over here, guys. You really can't beat this. This is morning time, and sun's coming in really, really bright. But the lake just right there, steps away. Big table here. There are fans out here. We have a controller right there off to the side. It extends all the way down over here, and you can see that fireplace. Again, it extends from the living room to the outside. Back inside now, we're checking out a couple more of the different rooms. Another bathroom right here. Little half bath. Then we have towels, mirrors, another shower walk-in one. Showing just how spacious this is. It does have a little sitting area. Sinks are nice. And then check this out. For those of you that are wondering, yes, we do have hidden Mickeys.
Fort Wilderness, we did the Fort Wilderness video. Yeah, the comedian center, right? The comedian in the show.
I'm still exploring.
Okay. All right. I won't ruin this prize.
And here we can see one of the two beautiful pool areas, now open. Rock work and theming, again, to the Pacific Northwest. Lots of loungers, and they even have cabanas, so get here early, and you can have a cabana.
But now it's actually time that we officially begin to open our doors to Copper Creek Villas and Cabins. But before I do, it gives me great pleasure to introduce some of our most wonderful Copper Creek cast members here up front, as well as introducing our very favorite railroad engineer, Mickey Mouse.
Get this thing started, right, Brandon?
So it looks like Mickey's ready, but I think we need all of your help as well. Please join us in shouting "Welcome Home" 3 times. Are you ready? Here we go. Welcome home! Welcome home! Welcome home! And with that, the Copper Creek Villas and Cabins or Disney Vacation Club is officially open. Thank you all so much for being here today. In just a few minutes, we will continue our tours.
Can you give us a background overview of the villas and their concept to completion?
Yes, the idea is that these, the cabins and the whole area would have been the settlers moving westward on the Transcontinental Railroad. So these would have been settlers moving west to the Pacific Northwest. And then the cabins would have been managers or superintendents of the railroad or of the quarry setting up homes, and then we've repurposed them into luxury cabins that you see today.
Do Do you have a personal favorite about the cabins?
Just the material usage. So we spent a lot of time using indigenous materials from the Pacific Northwest. The entire structure is out of Western red cedar, which is what they would have built them out of if they were in that area of the country. So just the materials that we used and really making the guest feel immersed, like you're not in Central Florida, like you truly are in the Pacific Northwest.
So what are some of the more unique features of the Cascade cabins here at Copper Creek?
I think my favorite unique feature is either the hot tub, so you have your own private hot tub, or the double-sided fireplace. So the double-sided fireplace is the first time I put a real fireplace in a guest unit, and you can view it from either inside or out. So you can enjoy it from your living room, or if you come right out of the master bedroom, you can enjoy it from the outside screened-in porch.
Aside from the absolute stunning accommodations, what would be a benefit of staying in the cabins versus staying in the regular hotel?
It's really a different experience. So if you want to feel completely immersed and that you're in just a different world, and not a river bend or water taxi right away from the Magic Kingdom, I think the cabins absolutely nail it. You've got a ton of landscaping around you. You really feel like you're in this quaint little cabin overlooking a beautiful lakefront.
When you were designing this, what were some must-haves that you wanted to include?
The hot tub was a must-have, full immersion, so that's where the fireplace came into. Sleeping accommodations, making sure that everything was comfortable for the guests. We really wanted to go through thoughtful hospitality, so making sure the guests were as comfortable as you could possibly be when you come and stay here.
And how many units are in the Copper Creek part of the resort?
There's 184 total, 26 cabins.
You had the Polynesian bungalows that are similar, like near the water kind of a thing. And I just was wondering what you learned from those bungalows that you brought into the cabins here.
So in this project specifically, not just the cabins, but in the project overall, we've really listened to our guests. So more storage, there's more outlets for portable devices, more lighting to make it just a little bit homier and airier. And so the bungalows obviously were a huge stepping stone for us to make sure that we folded in all of our guest responses from there to here. So we have a hot tub, the screened-in porch to make sure that you can go and enjoy the porch year-round. Lots of little touches to make sure that the guests are even more happy or feel more at home when they come here.
You have a lot of properties, of course, and everything else. Why here? Why should I choose here?
Man, I think it's beautiful. It's stunning. Location is incredible. You get fireworks viewing areas from here. You're really close to the Magic Kingdom. But then at night when you come home, it is I think one of our most tranquil properties.
And the theming for this expansion is all around Walt and his love of the railway and the railroad. Can you talk about how you incorporated that into the design?
Yeah, so Walt's love of trains just obviously fit really nicely into our whole storyline of the western expansion. You'll see large I-beams throughout all the different properties that would have been pulled from the railroads. Different things like the big cog behind you that we turned into a chandelier. So different pieces of industrial machinery that would have come with the railroad, we folded into the designs. Behind you guys as well, there's these big railroad pictures or artwork. They would have been old railroad signs from Walt's Railroad that we've then deconstructed and rewoven into pieces of artwork that are unique for the cabins.
Who decides the budget?
We just appropriately, the budget's always appropriate for what we think our level of investment should be for our guests.
There also seem to be a large amount of hidden Mickeys that are hidden all throughout the cabins and the studios and the rooms itself. Was that something that you consciously went out and said, this is something we want to kind of delight our guests with?
Yeah, we want to make sure that there's hidden Mickeys. They're fun, right? So they're whimsical and they're fun. So we always put hidden Mickeys in. A lot of the touches in the cabins and Copper Creek Villas are other different non-store IP. So you'll see things like Brother Bear artwork, different foregrounds from different movies that we've had, or different pieces from around Wilderness Lodge that we folded back into the artwork. So things other than hidden Mickeys we think will thrill our guests to come. We've got a really wide range of unit types here. So you can sleep anywhere from 8 to 12, depending on what unit types you have. There's 5 different unit types. which is amongst the highest different amount of unit types to really make sure that we've got a large portfolio to accommodate any guest. There's a brand new pool. It is absolutely stunning. It's themed after a quarry. The idea is that that would have been the quarry that sort of generated all of the building materials for the greater town. Geyser Point Pool Barn Grill, which is right on the water, has really nice fireworks spewing, and then it's just this really open, airy structure that people can enjoy. All of the new cabins, all of the new villas inside of the building, and then Roaring Fork, which is our quick service restaurant, has got a new facelift as well.
So this is the 14th DVC resort that that's been opened here at, well, in general, and what was it, the 10th at Walt Disney World?
That's correct.
So what is it that you've done differently this time around that you learned from the last opening?
That's a really great question, and I would tell you one that we're incredibly proud of. So the idea is listening. You know, we have what we call listening posts in a number of different places where we are listening to the guests and the members to find out what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, and what we could do better. Great examples are we created model rooms for this resort and actually had guests stay in the rooms. And they gave us feedback that said, no, I need more plugs, or I need more storage, or I need a more comfortable, relaxed couch, or I need this, or I need that. And we took those notes, and by the way, there were 30,000 of them. We took those notes and began to improve upon what we had learned from previous resorts and really what we had learned even with an initial model room. That's the most important part. So when you walk around the property, you'll see how that comes to life in a lot of different ways. So here in any of the rooms, you'll see more electrical plugs, more storage. Obviously, the home away from home amenities like washers and dryers and places to hang your towel, and where can you put a wet bathing suit, and all of those kinds of components. Even, as my wife always tells me, brighter makeup mirrors, And so we did all of those kinds of things, and I think that was really great. And then you go broader and you think about the whole property. So, gosh, I'm out in the wilderness, I want to grill. If you walk around the property, you'll see all of these beautiful grill sites. Or I want to play basketball, or I want to take a bike out and go down trails, or hike, or jog. We've created all of those things. We added an extra pool where we enhanced the pool that we had. That was important. We took that pool and the other pool, and for the first time began serving food and beverage and other amenities poolside from a service perspective that we hadn't done before. And then Geyser Point Bar and Grill. If you haven't tried it yet, it's awesome. It's become the it spot on this property. And if you haven't had the Huckleberry Punch yet or the Bison Burger, you're missing something.
Favorite thing in the cabins? If you were to stay here?
Do I have a favorite thing in the cabins? That's a really good question.
Do you have a room you prefer to stay in, or do you like to sleep out in the living room because you have the view?
So I'll address that. My favorite thing is I like to pride myself on being a gourmet cook, and having a full kitchen here and having the ability to have groceries brought directly to us, or if I needed to go shopping, I bring it as part of it. Because what that allows me to do is connect with the family. So all of a sudden we've had a busy, fun day at the theme parks. We want to chill. So we come back here, and all of a sudden I'm making dumplings and other kinds of really fun foods, and everybody's just sitting around and having a great time, and we really become a family. And I think that's the thing that makes it incredibly special.
During design, were there any challenges that you guys faced?
So many challenges. How do you tell a story of the Pacific Northwest in the Southeast, right? That's an interesting challenge. So the Walt Disney Imagineering team really did their homework. They were inspired by the Pacific Northwest. A lot of the woodwork that you see and the tongue and groove work that was created as part of this, and the types of floorings that we selected and granites that we selected and woodwork that we selected was really all part of telling that Pacific Northwest story. You add to that, how do you tell the Walt Disney inspired story? And we hit on the concept of trains, because trains was what took people from the East and the Midwest to the Northwest. And that became the migration west. Walt Disney, coming out of Missouri and Chicago, that was one of the things, he was one of the young people that actually made that migration to the West. And so we wanted to be able to tell that story, and I think that was a neat component of it as well.
I asked this question with the last interview, and I kind of want to ask it again
Sure.
just to get your point of view. What are some of the amenities that guests can expect when they come to stay at the Copper Creek Villas?
Yeah, I think there's I'll call it beaucoup amenities here at the resort, and I'll just give you a couple of examples, and something we don't often talk about. So one of my favorites here is there's a s'mores pit right over by Geyser Point. So, you know, you could have s'mores with your kids late at night. So you've got graham crackers and chocolate and marshmallows, and you're roasting it by an open fire. I think that's just a lovely little, you know, environment. Geyser Point has become a hit for us, whether it's for a drink after you've been to the parks, or to do dinner, or to do breakfast or lunch. You know, that's become a really neat, you know, component for us. Adding the Boulder Ridge Pool is a great example. It's a beautiful pool with great shade structures. It just makes you feel like you're in the middle of the story because it's built around a quarry, which I think is really neat. One of the props that we've used here at the property are a number of props from Catastrophe Canyon. And so if you're a Disney buff, there's some of that component that's happening, you know, here on the property. The barbecue grills, if you walk around the property, those are great amenities because people are coming with burgers or steaks or chicken or whatever they're coming with, and they're able to use those grills, and I think that's neat. And I particularly like that you can just walk around the property. You know, you can ride a bike and rent a bike, or you could jog or hike or any of the things that you want to do, because there's so much beautiful stuff here. And by the way, this will also connect you to Fort Wilderness. So there's a great opportunity for people to do that as well.
That were designed into any particular units to make them disabled accessible, or?
Well, I think, you know, accessibility and mobility is just gigantic for us. We don't ever want a guest to feel unwelcome. And so we really work hard on everything from what is the grade like so that it's easy to get around. We talk to people about where they should be located in terms of where they want their rooms and et cetera. Some are closer to things than others, so we can be sensitized to that. I think that's an important component to it. If you'll look around, we have cabins. Certain cabins are designed for people with mobility challenges, so we have that available to us. Obviously the rooms as well have those same kinds of amenities. You know, even the heights of tables and the ability to sit comfortably down into a couch and have a mechanism to help you stand up when you need to, or shift to a chair if you need to go forward and do that. I think we've really learned, you know, because we have such a great mobility team, to be sensitive to the needs of our guests that need that kind of extra assistance. Outside, but it's one of the things that we're incredibly proud of, and what differentiates Disney Vacation Club from any other kind of vacation club or timeshare operation, and that is the fact that we're constantly evolving. So you think about great accommodations, and our Disney Vacation Club members become 50-year members. Think about that commitment, a 5-decade commitment, and that's really important. And so obviously a great accommodation is key, but the other thing that's key is how do you keep it fresh? And for us, Pandora, Star Wars, you know, Toy Story Land, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, all of those kinds of things are the new news that you constantly have either at Disney World or at Disneyland, you know, and we think that makes us incredibly unique in the marketplace. So I think that's something else we're incredibly proud of, and we think it's a real advantage for us. For people that love Disney, the fact that Disney will constantly keep evolving, you know, and that your membership will constantly give you access to that ongoing new news and evolution, I think that's very special.
Is there going to be a DVC part of the new Star Wars hotel?
Not a whole lot has been announced on the Star Wars hotel at this point in time, and so lots of different things are still coming about. What I would talk about is, you know, we announced Disney's Riviera Resort on Saturday, and the thing that I'm really excited about with that resort, and this is just the first 2 sort of advantages, and there's many more yet to be announced, but one, it's going to have a rooftop signature restaurant that will have views of both fireworks shows, Epcot and Hollywood Studios. That's a very big deal. What a beautiful setting. Think California Grill and the advantage it has to watch the Magic Kingdom fireworks. We'll have 2 fireworks shows at that particular property. And then the second thing is we announced the new transportation system, the gondola system, and that system will have the ability for the guests at Disney's Riviera Resort to get on the gondola system and go direct to either Hollywood Studios or Epcot. Think about the convenience of that, and what a great experience that will be. I think that makes the resort really unique and one of a kind.
Well guys, that is going to do it for our tour and grand opening celebration here from the DVC Copper Creek Villas and Cabins. Amazing looking. Literally tons of space, tons of amenities, and if you have a chance, you've got to stay here. So definitely join DVC or find a friend that is one. So definitely check it out. Of course, thank you to Disney for having us out here. We're going to have more updates from here. So if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Midway Mayhem, and I will see you out on the Midway.